that back off. I turned that on the computer. It's okay. All right. So let's check out. I've got 2 saddles with me. One of which I'd be willing to let go only. Um, Fantastic as far as the seat, but you can get one of those covers, those fleece covers that people use. I've only used it. I got it off of a girl who barrel raced, and I've only used it twice. And if I was to use a heavier Western, I brought my Wintec 2. That's only 23 pounds. This one's actually quite light too. Want to see it? Oh no, that stuff, right? That stuff's awful. It's okay though. It's okay. We're not gonna do anything terrible. Okay. Okay, so right off the bat, sticking in. You could put that on like those blue barrels. And, you can oil it up, and you can get the skirt to soften and stop doing. Right. Saddle, wide horses, and it's a full quarter horse. Snug on her was a narrow. You're okay. Look, you're okay. I just see if it fits you, sweetie. Oh yeah, that's much. This itself, just it this shoulder clearance is very important, but wither clearance is ridiculously important. If your saddle sits on your horse's withers, it's entirely too small. When you can pick up these. Ever ride west saddle um, and it's a full quarter horse bars. When you, I can gauge that I could probably get away. That'll sort. So anytime I put on a saddle, I literally just make it so right. And then I do not only do the horse own up, he's being, well, the horse is trying to protect himself. You know, I've seen people so then they can, it's awful. Don't. Boy horses don't generally care. Okay, so let her. I just want to. Case. Assuming borrow her. Fix that mistake. Fix it again, and I'll show you. Going to interrupt extra. No, 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 no. She might be more comfortable. She might have, maybe her ribs don't bend it. Pat. Yeah. Good girl. So, if you were to say start working with her, listen, 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 listen. I got different instructions. No, listen. Don't assume. Don't assume. Yep. Good. Nope, nope, nope. Yep. So let's say I was probably do her hard side first. Get her warmed up on her hard side. Although it seems like it doesn't matter. I think she's.
Yeah, now it's like.
You can get it. You can get it. Go ahead. Wait. Go ahead, get it. No? You lied? Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. So now get her to move around a little bit with it that much tighter. It's like 2 notches. Go ahead and ask her to trot. So you're going to raise your hand back up like you told her. good, so she knows. Try to walk, you can just raise your hand and kiss once. So she remembers that it's safe. Grab it. Walking. The second she's walking, raise your hand, kiss once. That's safe. To stop. Look at her tail. So that way you don't have to, because you can get dizzy. Good girl. Good girl. And we can grab. I actually like saddle blankets. Fashion. That one you a saddle even like close. That saddle could have worked. See, I don't always think. So I don't. Oh, sorry. I was like, I would have liked to have looked at that. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, it smells like Rio. It might smell pretty good to you. Oh, that's my friend Rio. Have is the kind. I guess. I've never used. Right. Run back and get one of the bigger ones. Smack my knee. Yeah. It's another really important part of saddling. And by the time you're done riding, it'll be on her withers and maybe even a little snug, but you didn't start off already in a comfortable position. Put it on again, then we're going to want to tighten it. Now it's off, so it's no different than saw a piece of shavings. Yes, you. Is important for where you put the saddle. That's my favorite. The reach is the important part. An opportunity. The stuff that you want to know. I'm gonna get. I ran out of daylight. I dragged that arena last night, and then I remembered that Papa Goose went right after Ritz one day, and I'm like, well, this is the wrong arena to be dragging, because Papa Goose, so you don't want him chasing you. We ended up sharing the arena. We made an agreement. I'll stay at this end, you guys stay down there. And so she has a fairly good sized head, so matter actually, but I love snap-on reins. Hi, lovey, lovey, lovey. Hi. Just want to see where we're at. If I have to. Yeah, you're a good girl. There's no mouth. You don't have to open your mouth at all. Yeah, then let's see. We can get good. If not, I got a smaller one.
That's pretty.
Yeah, Logan came with that one. I don't know, sweetie. We might have to change the other one. I brought a more Western horse. Now I remember. Better do that now. I'll go putting it on one of my big heads and they'll be like, "What are you doing?" So this one is smaller. Hopefully she doesn't need one smaller. I don't have one smaller here. I'd have to go back to the... Hey, baby. I know, Katie. Can you believe it? It's going to be... Dang it. Let's see. Can I do that tight enough to make a difference? Hi. Alright. This will fit right. Shoot. Ah. Yeah, yeah. You can always ride in just the halter too. You can always ride in just the halter too. I only changed to this because it looks like a bridle, but I always ride in just the halter. Do you want to try that? Okay. I really... All right, we'll do it that way. Oh yeah? Separated last night. One baby got separated last night. Wasn't he peeping away? He was his family. when you pull, you could. That might only be a 28 too. You don't have one. The ponytail be. Hopefully I made a change. It might be exactly the same.
It's tighter.
Too tight?
Well, no. Now that I...
Okay. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. So she knows the mounting block. So anytime I expect her to do her job. Yeah. Yeah. So now when she gets there, don't let her go all the way around again.
Nope. Back.
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 No more snapping because she's going to knock you off.
Back.
Yep. Driver knows the way. Yeah, so you.
Over.
Good.
Over.
Good girl. You're right. Good girl. Good. Good. These flies, huh? Okay. There you go, baby. Good girl. Maybe not. Okay. One hand in the mane, one hand on the saddle. Never two hands on the saddle. Okay? Left rein should always be a little bit shorter. In case she ever were to have a panic attack, you can spin her away from you. You never want the reins even because they can just go forward. You never want the rein on the outside to be too tight because you'll spin her right on top of you.
Right.
So always your left rein, always a little bit shorter.
Okay.
Or even like that, like a lot shorter. Okay. You're going to step straight up and then get on. You're not going to plop onto her. Yep. There you go. Good. Yeah. The bad thing about the synthetics is they don't wear in. Yeah. I think we're about the same height. I don't think I shortened them for anybody. Good. And then she right? Because a lot of times times what I'll do is I'll say hurry up and stretch. So we would just stand here and bring her nose to her elbow, bring her nose to her other elbow. So without asking her to move, just see if you can't guide her nose. If she goes to move, kind of release a little bit just to say, no, I wasn't saying move. And see if you can guide her nose to her elbow or to your toe.
I used to do that with them.
Okay, so she might know. Good. Good. Release her. Good. Do the other one.
Better. Flies.
Mhm. That's okay, because that was a kind of a tug. So tug makes feet go. So it's a steady, gentle. Just keep. Yeah. Good. That's plenty. Good. You can build on that, where she'll do soft. Do you mind if I change everything about? Okay. There's a lot of things that I do that are all about not using the reins and not using your legs. It's all about using your seat, your body position, and your intention. So if you want, and people get it wrong, and I don't know how to describe it better. Imagine sitting, have you ever sat on a yoga ball? You used to find a yoga ball and you like bounce around on it, and you ever try to pick your feet up
I don't think so.
and like stay balanced on it? Okay, so that's going to be the point you're looking for your balance. So if you were to right now put your hand on her rump, would you be able to do it fingertips or elbow or just flat hand? Go ahead.
Fingertips.
Okay, so now tuck your butt under you a little. Up straight, so it's just you're just going to tuck your butt. You're just going to roll yourself under you a little bit. Don't change anything. So now, if she were to zig, you'll zig down. You'll just ride with her like you're. I give them a verbal cue or a leg cue. I give them a body and body. Let's try to take the dent of my butt. I want her to feel me lift, but not. You're going to put your reins slightly forward, and even if that's going to be her hand cue that she's being asked to walk on, kind of like that. You've ever seen the airplane yoke? Okay. Move forward. Then the next thing you're going to do, you can refine it to quieter. Like if you were to show, you don't want to be like, all that kind of. Sorry, baby. You would just go for your walk. Kiss would be two of those. Canter. Okay. So if that doesn't work, the next time you're going to do that same noise, and you're going to hug her with your legs. You're not going to even squeeze. You're not going to kick for sure. You're just going to start at the knee and wrap your lower leg onto her, like as if you could actually do it like a flopping of a wing. And then just to walk. Well, and then for each gait. But we're going to just teach her what we're trying to do is we're going to teach her to listen to you raising your energy. If she doesn't respond to that with you raising your energy and showing her that she has the freedom to move forward, if she doesn't respond to that, then comes the noise. If she doesn't respond to that, then comes the noise and the pressure. What will happen is eventually you're just going to have to think forward, and she's going to go, okay, yeah. As long as it's based on her assumption, and it rains without done a bunch of times, and I say, you think your horse knows, and people usually only understand that when they say, my horse starts cantering before I'm done gathering my reins, because you've been thinking about cantering. So your horse picked up your thought and said, I'll help you too there. So that's why you want to make sure that when you start to gather your reins, you're not already thinking about walk, because she may walk off before. So you make it about gathering your reins, not about walking. Okay? Because otherwise she may just walk off.
Got it.
And we don't want to make her wrong for reading your mind, because that's what we're hoping she'll learn.
Right.
Okay. So, gather my reins is I'll take
Isn't it funny how you gotta be like in action?
yeah, so my left hand will grab the arch and pull it through my right hand. My right hand will clamp, and then I'll take both. Now, the reason I do it like that is because if I needed to emergency stop, that's really something we should practice, not necessarily emergency stopping her, but being able to gather your reins quickly and get to where you can pull that left rein around. So you're riding along, she panics. You know, you can just do it switching from the brake to from the gas to the brake. And so I surprised myself a couple times with like my horse, who I trust so much. One day had decided he was going to take off, and just like I was like, whoa, that was pretty cool. Even like because I never do it with him.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
it still was just not. I wasn't in trainer mode.
So you just say we're riding,
Mm-hmm.
and so you're saying you lift this up.
Yep. So you would move your hand to the center here, and then you'll pull. You'll grasp both through your hand till it gets down to the mane. Yep. Yeah. Okay. And then you would. Yeah, go ahead. You can do it again. Do it again. This one. There you go. Yep. 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 So that's like say you're on the trail, and all of a sudden, you know, a guy on a bike comes flying out, and the horses are like, you can get very, very quickly where you see people who they try to walk their fingers up the reins. This is boom. I'm there.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Perfect sense.
And then you're able to support your horse not only physically with your leadership, where that sounds scattered to them. You know, they're just like, you're scared too.
That's one of my habits. I'm trying to adjust my reins, and
Yeah.
it's so simple when you go over it. You're like, duh, why did I think of that?
Because I like to ride what they call on the buckle. You know, buckle that usually puts your two reins together. I like to ride on the buckle. And any time that I need my reins quickly, I just buckle up and I'm there. Okay. So now we're going to give her the intention that we want her to walk off. You're going to go ahead and gather your reins enough to where you have contact, but not so much backwards. Yep. And then flip that forward. Now. Forward. Again. Gently hug her with your. So now she's all go.
Right.
You're gonna like you're sure that she believes that we're just cruising. Jump far.
I'm like,
Just think that you're. Just, does she normally steer with her? Because that's what I use my legs for, is steering only. I don't use my legs for go or anything like that. Okay. So don't use them for go, because we're going to give you responsibility to just go.
I can tell she's like,
Yep, so you'll take your hand. Scary saddle there. And ask her to go. once you take that elevation, and it's such a slight, it's just an intention, more than anything. Slight elevation. So
I get a little excessive when I don't like.
no, it's got to be the way I describe it because everybody does it that way. Okay. So I'm just sitting here talking to you. Now I'm going to ask my horse to go. Okay? It's really just that much difference. Okay? And I just told my horse my energy came alive. And my hands are here, say relaxed. I'm just gonna offer her, kind of like I'm offering her the opportunity to pick up on that. If she doesn't, then I'll kiss. And if she doesn't, then I'll kiss and hug. Okay. And then as soon as she starts going, you'll take off any of the support you needed. You don't have to rest on her, but rest. So it would be a steady squeeze instead of kind of a nudge like you did with your legs just now. So you want to make it just... Point her to the rail and let her go. Good. Yep. If you keep forward motion, she's not going to run into the fence. She'll figure out she's supposed to stay moving. Good. And then try to get into as relaxed, like you're just cruising. There you go. So that's the position you want to be in when you're just cruising. What you're doing right now is what you want to be when you're just cruising. Okay. What do you guys think? You're coming in here? You get a little discombobulated? Good. Yeah, she's afraid of the saddle. Now the geese are adding to it. Because isn't she the one that's afraid of the buzzards?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, go ahead and even ask her to go look at that if you want. Yep. Good. And now, you're going to... That's a fairly confident. Keep stopping, but she's getting there. Yep. And the suggesting she goes to the rail is a suggestion and then a release, because if you keep pulling on her, she's going to rely on you being a micromanager who's going to always tell her where to put her feet. We want her to learn to be responsible for her feet, so we're going to just guide and then